Hi, everyone. Here we are, tuning into what is prayer? What is prayer? It's not a beseeching or a pleading to some uh, deity, some bearded grandfatherly creature in the sky who is more like Santa Claus than anything else. But prayer is an affirmation of knowing. It is an opportunity to commune with the innermost self. It is a tool for evolving consciousness. It's a tool for development of spiritual maturation and to continue to sculpt the power of choice and where we place our attention. Prayer is simply a unification with the knowing deep within the innermost self and that divine incarnate that expresses as all things. So let's open the space and allow for a revelation, because it's that revelation of truth that leads to the evolution. So turning within here and just feeling ourselves anchoring in that knowing. So it's establishing ourselves as a pillar of consciousness. As we take a moment to prepare this space by sweetly and gently closing the outer eye, by inviting the jaw to be soft, by allowing a relaxation throughout the body temple, the energy fields. By inviting anything and everything that's come before this moment and all that's coming after to simply step back and dissipate. For it does not exist. The only thing that is right here, right now, this moment. As we wield the power of our attention and place it upon the breath, and is sinking into the ineffable truth of the absolute, into the ever expanding consciousness itself, the isness of the I am presence that's omniactive. It's ever happening. It's omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, and ever available. So we attune through recognizing and recognizing to the truth of this infinite one, this vast field that, like the cosmos itself, is ever expanding. It's ever moving from formless into form and into formlessness again. So it's that which has never been born and can never die. It simply is. It dances through the trajectory of expression as human and other than human, physical and metaphysical, visible and invisible. And it is not bound by time or space. It is not bound by the laws of physics. It is not bound by the circumstances of the human experience whatsoever. It simply is. That boundless fields of the continuum of becoming, the ever-evolving creative impulse, that which is seeking to know itself by way of its own expression as everything. The unified fields of the All One. And we know its true nature as love. Love unconditional, love absolute. We know it as wholeness, harmony, truth, luminosity, grace, presence. All of these divine truths and so much more. that which goes by so many names and is absolutely indescribable. It's felt, it's experienced, it's recognized too. And so we allow that to take place as our very being, our very presence right now. We place our attention upon this higher universal plane, knowing that it's having its way as all, even when it's tragic, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's seemingly the exact contradiction to all that was just named. Even then, and we hold all of it. And we keep thine eye single upon the truth as the one I choose to call spirit revealing itself, the I am presence, the nature, that which is, as some people call God, goddess, love, truth, beauty, intelligence, eternal, infinite. Yes. This yes that is revealing is everything. So I know that it must be where I am. It must be. Right here as me as Marianne, it must be right where each one is. And so I speak this word for each one anchored in this prayer field. It must be right where each one is. There is no separation. There's no exceptions. There's no withholds. There's only allowing the isness of the infinite to reveal itself even more. And so we surrender here in the truth of the unification. We let go into that flow of the infinite. We feel it somatically, experientially, sensorially. It's beyond theory. We affirm that it is, and it is all of the abundance, all of the wholeness, all of the grace. It's infinitely available, without beginning, without end. So knowing this truth as each one, without beginning and without end, right where they are, we bless the temporal nature of this time, this life, this body, as we lean into the truth of the eternal, the trajectory of the soul's experience that is so much bigger than we can even possibly imagine. And so we lean into the trust, the knowing, that which some call faith, that there is a living perfection, there is an intelligence, there is a divine timing to our very nature, our life, our breath, the world, all that's transpiring. And we allow this truth to slip off, shake off, and compost anything that is not aligned. Any fear, any doubt, any dread, any anxiety, any questioning, any hesitation, any bracing, any despair. And we allow it to be the rich fertilizer of the becoming. As we continue to plant these seeds in consciousness and return and return and return again to that which is so. The I am, that I am, that I am. Simply that I am. Right where each one is. The I am having its way so uniquely and magnificently. We let go of any questions of how and when and why, and we simply be. Rooted in this plane, Anchored in this deep understanding, we bless this day as a day of revelation, as a day of answered prayer, as a day of response. It's a day of sacred listening. It's a day of being. And we invite each one to be so sacredly receptive to divine inspiration, messages, confirmation that is just waiting to pour forth. The miracles that are waiting to open this day. And we let them be. We allow them forth. We surrender to the flow of the absolute. We watch for the openings. And we allow the gifts to be received and poured forth in divine circulation, in sacred reciprocity. But there is no difference. There is no beginning and there is no end. We bless this day to the highest possibility of itself. May it reveal in mysterious, miraculous, luminous ways, far beyond the construct of our own imagining, our own mind, our own ego, any sense of needing to figure it out. We let it go and we allow it to be received. We allow it to defy time and space. We allow it to defy diagnoses. We allow it to defy circumstances of the human experience. This is a day of radical revelation. We let it be so, and I know that it already is. And so in thanksgiving for the miracles that are even now pouring forth, for the revelations that are popping open, for the insight, for the wisdom, for the sacred directives, we give thanks, and we know that it's already done. It's here, it's now, and so it is. And so be it. Have a beautiful, blessed, miraculous day. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.